Okay, my dad's socks are all dry, so that is one more checked off the list. I have 3 completed pairs of Christmas socks. I have to do a pair for my little brother, for my twin brother, and for my toddler, as well as my own socks, which I'm really hoping I can cast on Christmas Eve. I don't think I'll have them done in time for Christmas Eve, like sleeping, but I'd rather get other people's done first. So I casted on this one yesterday, and I already have Georgia's casted on, her second one. So we're getting close, we're getting there. Ultimate goal would be to finish this and Georgia's second today. And then I could start this one tomorrow, maybe? Okay, I'm packing. These are all the projects I'm thinking of bringing. I will only be gone for, I think, 8 days, 9 days, but Christmas present socks are all in these 3 bags. They're just dispersed by project so that they're easier to track down. And then I have a hat design in mind because I know I'll need a break from socks, but I need something quick. And that's all I have like ready. I don't have any other like hat yarn or shawl yarn caked up for like a small project. And then I've got my Desert Vista Dye Works Christmas socks. I need to finish these by the end of the year, so they have to come with me. I have my husband's Christmas sweater. I'm really close to binding off on the back. And then I can start the front panels. So have all the stuff for that to get going on that. And then I have a Find Your Fade that I started in February that is on my Make 9, and I would love to finish it by the end of the year. So I was doing like the math in my brain of like, okay, these will have me covered from like today all the way through Christmas, maybe even the day after Christmas. My Desert Vista Dye Works socks will only take me a day or two. Let's say 2 days. So that's like the 28th. That means I still have 3 days to go. So what am I going to do? I have an instant gratification project, and then I have my project to try to finish by the end of the year, and then my husband's sweater to try to work on. So I think this is fairly reasonable. I do feel like I'm bringing a ton. Yeah. I don't want to leave Dallin's sweater behind because I feel like I need to work on it. But if anything, I'm going to leave that one behind because it's still got lots of work to do. I'm really sad I'm not going to bring my Stress Knits Advent, but the thing is, I am barely using each of these little skeins, so bringing all this yarn for so little knitting is probably not going to happen. Oh, I do need to remember to grab my last couple skeins, though, to open. Okay, we are almost packed. We have one more suitcase we're working on. We're getting there, really close, but I need to go to an eyebrow wax appointment and then drop off my rings at the jewelry store we originally bought them at so that I can get them checked and so that I can hopefully get them resized. You missed the drama earlier, but I had to remove my ring. You can see it's kind of getting bruised. Yeah. So I haven't been able to take off my wedding ring in about a year, and I was able to take off my engagement ring like just previous to that, like a couple weeks earlier, but I hadn't had a reason to take off my wedding ring until about a year ago, and I couldn't get it off. So I just left it on because I didn't want to, like I tried the lotion and stuff and it just wasn't working. And I was like, you know what? It's fine. It's not too tight. I'll just leave it there. But still has not been fitting, so I needed to take it off. And since I'm getting my engagement ring resized, I really wanted to get my wedding ring off my finger. And so I use that trick where you wrap dental floss really tightly around your finger, and then you have one end threaded through like under the ring, and you pull that end, and it kind of helps your ring kind of scooch forward along the edge of the dental floss over your finger. And thank goodness I had Dallin to help me because he grabbed the other end and was able to hold it down and like keep rewrapping my finger when things came undone, and we managed to get it off. Definitely bruised. I'm also, you can see my skin's really dry, so it all worked out. Got the ring off, and now I can get them resized and I can wear my rings more often. It's just a big relief. But if you've ever tried to get a ring off and you've gone to extreme measures, it really hurts, like more than I thought it would. So it was such a relief to like get it off and it didn't get stuck like halfway through getting it off, because that would have been really bad. We would have had to go to like the ER to save my finger. It was stressful. Anyway, I'm so glad that we got it off. So I'm back from my errands and we're all packed. We just finished packing so that we could spend the night at my in-laws' house, which is closer to the airport, to fly out really early tomorrow. And we just found out, excuse you, and we just found out that our flight was switched to Tuesday, the 27th, leaving at like 4 p.m., which means we get into New York at like 2 in the morning. So my husband is trying to figure that out. This winter storm and maybe the airline, I'm not sure. They're trying to ruin our Christmas. He did cute stuff. So now we are snuggling on the couch, and I might pull out some knitting. Yeah, I might. Okay, final verdict is we are not going to New York for Christmas this year. It just wasn't worth it for us to only go for 3 days and pay so much money for 3 plane tickets across the country. So we canceled, we'll get a refund, and we will go visit my family in a few weeks when hopefully things calm down. So that's unexpected. Yeah, it's really sad. I haven't been home for a long time, so I was really looking forward to seeing everybody. Don't have to worry about getting Christmas presents done in time. So I'm bringing my Advent pile, and I will be working on those socks because they are bringing me joy. So we'll bring that in the car, ride with us. We'll just go to my in-laws. All of our stuff is already packed. So we're just gonna load up and we'll spend a few days there, and we will regroup after Christmas and come back home. So not the week and a half long trip we were hoping for, but it is what it is. I hope that if you were hoping to travel for Christmas, that you were able to do so safely and that you can be with your loved ones for this time of year, because the storm has been crazy. I don't know why she's so tired, but she's here sleeping on the chair. So cute. Alright, so I am here at my in-laws' house. We live maybe like a half an hour away, so it wasn't too much of a stretch. We just decided to come here with all of our stuff, and we may stay a couple days through Christmas. We may go back and forth between our house and here. We didn't have it in us to unpack and repack, so we're just like, we'll just still go over there and we will regroup. So hopefully after a good night's rest, we will have a better idea of what we want to do with all this time being home that we weren't expecting. Now, I was working on my brother's sock. I finished the heel and I started on the gusset and put things down for dinner. My husband made some tortillas, which were delicious. We had some burritos, and we also played some games as a family, which was really fun. And I picked up instead George's sock to work on, because you know what? None of my Christmas gifts are getting there in time, no matter what at this point, because tomorrow's Christmas Eve. So I'm just gonna finish the socks I need to finish and mail my packages then. So not as much of a priority as it was, which takes some of the weight off my shoulders, but also I just want to finish, and I'm a little bummed I won't finish like by my goal, which is Christmas, but it's okay. These gifts are made with love, and I really hope that my family loves them, and we might see them. We still gotta decide when we're gonna use our flight points and like get reimbursed for this trip that was canceled, but I think we'll go probably in January. And so I might just bring the gifts then. I don't really know what we're doing, but I do know I want my family to wear Christmas Eve socks and their Christmas jammies. So I need to finish George's second sock. I've just started the heel, and what I did to orient differently is after the cuff, I did 1/2 round, and then I made that the beginning of round. So everything is moved 180 degrees, making it so that my heel is now in the right spot for this side to be the inner ankle. And on my other sock, if I orient them in the same direction with the heel in the back, you'll see that this side is blank for the inner leg, so they will mirror each other. So I'm glad that that's working out. I keep cutting myself out of the frame. I'm glad that that's working out. I need to finish this tomorrow. I still need to do some scripture study tonight, take some quiet time for myself, and finish editing this video. And so I'm going to be doing some knitting on this, and it's only a 20 round foot, so that'll work up super fast. So my goal is to finish this tomorrow, hopefully tomorrow morning, and then I can cast on my own sock to at least get it started so that I've committed myself to still making this pair of socks, and then probably have a whip picture of 2 finished pairs of socks and then my partially finished, maybe even not partially finished, maybe just partially started sock. We shall see. So that's my goal. And then once I finish my Christmas Eve socks, I can focus again on my brother's socks so I can get those to them after Christmas whenever I see them. So it's a bummer, kind of coming to terms with it. I'm glad we have family, and I also am glad that we are close to home. We're not stranded in like Denver or Chicago or anywhere. So not ideal. I know lots of travelers are having a hard time. So at least we are somewhere safe and home, like, even if it's not in New York with my family. And we can hopefully visit them really soon when the weather calms down and Dallin can take some more time off work so we can do that. That's the plan. But yeah, I just need to decompress a little bit and wind down for the evening. But until tomorrow, happy making. Bye.